Shut up and sit down. Shut up and sit down.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to another episode of Build Paint Play. I'm Dave.
Greetings, programs. It's good to be back after a week away. Tonight, we are joined by our fabulous friend, Nigel Wood, who, you guessed it, is another friend of ours from Games Workshop.
Yeah, 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. So, yeah.
It's just 1 degree. It's just 1 degree of Games Workshop.
Direct line. Funny story. After last week's show, I was thinking, I wonder how many people we've had on the show. And I went back and I started counting, and then I gave up about halfway through, and then just did it roughly. But Nigel, you are roughly the 100th guest we've had on the show.
I mean, if I was number 100, that would be pretty fabulous. Like, you know, I get like a t-shirt.
I'll go back and double check. You're for now, we're going to say you're our 100th guest.
Yeah.
I'm honored.
Give or take 2 or 3.
Wait a minute. So there's 99 other guys we know have been invited first. Is that what you're saying?
It's just how the cards shook out. All the invites went out at the same time.
There are also other people we invited who didn't come on. So it could be more. But fantastic. Just going to say hi to some folks in the chat. We have the old man. Yes, we are here. We are here yet. Luis is here. Hello, Luis. Scott Radham's here.
Salamander SM. I'm not sure. Obviously, I know him. There's actually a painting of me in my basement where I look like 110 years old. So, yeah.
Are you Dorian Gray? Is that what you're telling us?
Something like that.
Absolutely. There we go. Dave Hummel's here. Chris Kemmig. Scott again. Marshall, the old man, is here as well. Is that Chris?
Oh my God, Marshall, the old man. That must have been another Nigel. So that certainly wouldn't be me.
Matt Bowles is here. Patrick Keith, the sculpt dude. He's working on some stuff for Victoria Miniatures' upcoming Kickstarter campaign. Fantastic. Very cool. Excited to hear about that. Alan Neves is here, hobbyist printer. Fantastic.
Hey, Chris.
Oh, here. If Brooks is in the chat, Brooks, this is for you, buddy.
Oh,
he'll love this. I was trying to show off the t-shirt, but it's a little chilly down here, but that's for Brooks. That was our first bonding moment. Like I got sent down to HQ, and I had just got promoted. I was running my own store. And, you remember Sean was like, we're flying you down to HQ. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. For what? He's like, we're going to send you out for some training. You're going to meet with Jeff Brooks, who's their bunker manager. And it was like classic Shauno, like nothing was planned out. He's like, Brooks is going to pick you up from the airport and you're going to stay with him for a couple of days. Now, again, I don't know. I know almost no one in the company. I know like the 7 guys that work in the Northeast. I know a handful of the regional director. I know Jirogi. I know a handful of other managers. That's it. But I don't know anybody down at HQ. So this guy picks me up in his car, and it's Jeff Brooks, and I don't really know him. And we're kind of chatting, and he's like, hey, like, how's it going? I'm like, good. And we're both pretty engaging people, but like, we don't really know each other that well. So it's a lot of like, and also like for me, this is my first opportunity as a new manager, and I'm like 24, and I'm meeting like the bunker manager for like it's the HQ store. Mm-hmm. So I'm in a professional mode. So I'm also trying to be, kind of respectful, not really sure what's going on. And he's got music on, and I go, is this Clutch? And he goes, you know who Clutch is? And I was like, yeah. He's like, it's gonna be a good week. I was like, we're gonna get along. So like it was pretty great. But yeah, no, Brooks is the best. I mean, I miss him.
I'm gonna very quickly duck in as well. Hey, Patrick, I'm actually at Adepticon, so if you're there, let's connect. Sorry, and that's it.
No, absolutely. Like we're all 3 of us are gonna be at Adepticon. So anybody who's there, look us up. Like I'm down for whatever. So
yeah,
excellent. Paul Hicks is in the chat as well. Oh my goodness. Now it's probably like 11 p.m.
It's 4 hours. Yeah, it's 11 now right now. Yes. Yep.
Radio. And Brendan Bell's here as well. Hello, everybody. Very excited that you could all join us. Particularly those folks who are also in the chat but haven't said hi yet.
For Brooks, it's gotta be like 8 a.m. I think.
My head hurts trying to figure out. Well, yeah. I just occurred to me, where does he get Old Bay over there? Like, where does he get it?
I'm assuming he has it drop shipped from the States.
He must have it, unless they must ship it to him. Yeah.
There's an enormous cannon on the eastern shore. They fire it out.
Yep. Yeah.
But no, super exciting. There we go. 7 a.m. in Malaysia. Yes. More old GW stories from Jake. Potter. Great to see you in the chat. So yeah, we're going to be talking with Nigel about specifically tonight about John Blanche's On Garde. So it's a game that you're working on with the wonderful John Blanche.
Yes, indeed. Yep.
Paul Hicks, who's in the chat. Patrick Ron, Thomas Elliott, Maurice Krebs. We've got a whole bunch of things to show for that sort of stuff, which will be super exciting. But the first thing we do every show is we talk about what we've been up to since last time we spoke. Have you been doing some hobby recently? What are you working on, Nigel?
So it's a combination of things. So I'm desperately trying to fill in the gaps in my On Garde painting because I've got some that I've done for play testing. So at the moment, if I can really, I mean, this has been shown, but I'm working on Ben Hook at the moment. I'm slap chopping him, but so he's being worked on at the moment. I'm playing a campaign, the new Warhammer Quest Darkwater. So I'm playing that with a couple of other Games Workshop guys, Stu Wellington and Don Slater. We have a regular meet, and I've got to finish this guy, so because we need him, because we're playing Act 3, so we can't play it until I get him done. And then I've gone down a weird rabbit hole. I don't know if you guys ever do this, but I get really into ranges that are long out of production. Like I get excited about miniatures that I can't buy anymore. So one of the things, and I've got quite a few hobby enabler friends, and one of them is Ronan. And we got really excited about Judge Dredd all of a sudden. We're both Judge Dredd fans, but we decided all of a sudden we needed everything Judge Dredd. So we've been buying the Warlord Games stuff and the Mongoose stuff and anything. So I'm working on a few of those at the moment as well. When I'm going to get to use them, I don't know, but I'm a hobby butterfly. So I'm bouncing between those things at the moment.
Awesome. Yeah. Jake, are you? I know what you've been up to.
Yes. Okay. It's been a lot of travel. So I just got back from Gamma. I'm exhausted today. I played 2 games of goal in the last 12 hours. So I played last night from 9 to 10, and then came home, went to bed, and then got up this morning and played a game in Quincy at 10 a.m. from 10 to 11:30, and then went and picked up my wife. I had to pick her up at the airport, so I took today off because otherwise it would have been a mess. I had to go in the middle of the day. But in addition to that, we'll go through the photos first, and then I have some stuff I'll show off. But Nigel, if you're looking for more Judge Dredd stuff, message me after the show. We have a little bit left at the store. I don't have a lot, but we have a little bit left.
I mean, I'm one of these crazy people that as soon as I get into something, I go nuts. So
I get it. We all have that completionist bug. That's how.
But yeah, there's definitely a few gaps. So yeah, we'll talk.
That's how they get us.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this was my last weekend. So I
just before you jump in, I want to call out. Scott has said, Jake, as a GW store manager, you should have known the only way to meet someone and make conversation free and easily is to ask, so what brings you in today?
And I said, yeah, true. And you're supposed to ask open-ended questions.
I didn't see your
yeah, like that's old school. Now I always said, what are you looking for today? Like that was always my go-to, because like nobody wanders in, and if they're like, oh, I don't know what this is, and I'm like, oh, let me run you through a demo game. We've all been there, or we played. Blair and I played Battle Dice at Gamma. So shortly after I took this photo, Blair Mackey, another XGW guy, we were in the back of the hall here, and he was like, let's play Battle Dice. And I was like, all right, now for anybody who's a GW manager, we all played Battle Dice, which is you just roll D6s and there are rules, but I can't tell you. You had to be a store manager to know them. But yeah, so my last weekend was Gamma. So I flew to Gamma on a week ago Sunday.
Yep.
And was there Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in Louisville, Kentucky. There's no need to go there. Kentucky is one of those states that you could just pretend isn't a thing. But for Gamma, I have to be there. It's our last year there. Next year, it's going to be in Baltimore. It'll be in Dave's neck of the woods, so I'll get to hang out with Dave.
I'll be able to
Yeah, it'll be a good time. So it'll be fun. But the show itself this year, it was huge. It's the biggest it's ever been. And a huge part of that is I'd like to shout out Doug Shute. So Doug was one of their event coordinators, and Doug oversold the show. It's the most full I've ever seen the vendor hall. It was absolutely jam-packed. He did a really good job with it. But yeah, it was super fun. So this is a photo right as you walk in. So that's our buddy Pete Shirey there in the bottom left-hand corner. That's Pete. He's an ex-Simon guy who now is there. I believe the guy. Yeah, he now works for Asmodee. He's their customer relations manager, I believe, is his title. And then walking towards us, the gentleman in that guy right there, that is, I believe, Mike Pondsmith, who is the guy who created Cyberpunk and owns Artel Saurian.
All right.
But he's there with his booth. Super nice guy. But the hall is huge. It's for anybody who's been to a trade show, it's like the sales floor, but it's not open to the public. This is a trade show, so it's only like industry folks. So it's like distributors and publishers and designers and retailers and media people. But it's fun. It's kind of time for us to kind of get our hands on things and see things first and ask questions and kind of like spend some time with folks. And they always have like vendor deals and stuff. But it was fun. It was a good show. I don't know which photos Dave has used, but that's our buddy Rick Ankeny right there in the middle there. Haven't seen him in a bit. And Rick's doing great. Yeah, that's Chris O'Neill, friend of the show. He's been on here before. Who else can you see?
Rick's doing great.
That's Alan off to the right in the purple hat.
Right. Yep.
And he's talking to, who is he talking to? I think that's our buddy Craig, who owns Black Oak Dice. Black Oak Workshop, I think, makes some of the best dice around. His fonts are really easy to read, and they're nice and oversized. He has a bunch of different patterns. Anybody who's visually impaired, like all of his dice are a bit oversized, like just a bit, like a millimeter or two. But he makes really cool sets, and where he and I are actually working on a project we'll probably roll out next year. But super nice guy. They're from Georgia. But this was like that with that back room. If you go back one, that's like the game nights. So they do game nights each night at Gamma. So again, you can go and try out new stuff and get your hands on new games and kind of check things out. Like there's like Flamecraft Duel over there. On the far side, there's like the Vallejo sign. Chris is obviously demoing 9th level games in front of us, so he's showing off the new Thunder Road RPG and stuff like that. But it's a good time.
Cool.
There's Pete again.
Yep. So the Asmodee booth, Pete Shirey in the middle there.
Yeah. I tried to get some photos of a bunch of our friends at the show. So this is kind of a grainy photo, but that's the guys from Goblin Hobbies. That's Brent on the right from Goobertown Hobbies, and Casey from eBay Miniature Rescues on the left. Yeah, and we're gonna have those guys on in a couple weeks. 1 week.
Next week.
Was it when we were talking about it? It was a couple weeks because we were at the show. This is 2 weeks ago. And there's Jay from Warsenal. They do all the Corvus Belli stuff, so Infinity and all that kind of stuff, and terrain. We've had Jay on the show before. Paul Hicks, it is nowhere near as big as Adepticon. It is, I think there's like 1,000 people total.
Yeah.
But it's weird because, like I said, it's not open to the public, so there's no like attendees. It's just like,
it's retailers, distributors, and publishers.
Yeah. This is Ronnie Renton, obviously friend of the show. We've had him on. That's him with his power sword and the Mantic.
Best hair in the business.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
What are you saying?
I personally, I would say second best hair in the business. I think I have the best hair in the business, but
I can tell you a funny story from UK Games Expo. So Ronan, my business partner, met Ronnie for the first time at UKGE last year, and the first thing he said when we walked in, he goes, "Man, that guy's got great hair," and that's just stuck. So he has got great hair.
Excellent. Very nice little games.
Yeah, so that's Chris on the left, that's Bug behind the counter, and that's our friend Maggie Clayton. I forget where Maggie's now. Maggie's worked for a couple different companies. She's worked for like she helped design the game Medium, which was Greater Than Games. She like worked on the cover design and stuff like that. She's worked for Kickstarter. I think she's with not Aries. She's with another game company now, but Maggie's great. Like super great person. Really on top of stuff. Does a lot of like marketing and like project management stuff.
Cool.
So that's the guy with his back to us, I believe, is Greg. And if it's not, Greg's away from the booth, and that's Meredith. So Meredith and Greg own Turbo Dork. They're awesome. It was good hanging out with them. They're both from Texas, and they were up for the show. Meredith's also the vice president of the Gamma board. So,
yep, excellent.
So this is our friends Alex and Brian. Where I used to work with these guys for a while. Funny story. I'm gonna have to talk to Alex because every time I went by their booth, it was like this.
Right.
There was nobody there. It was just like a bowl of like lollipops or whatever that is, and like little sign things. And I was like, "What is happening?" Like,
yeah, that's kind of
Don.
Excellent. Oh,
Don Slater. Don Slater joined the chat.
Nice. Anybody, if this is your first time, like, please do all the stuff. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, all that good stuff. Share us wherever you think it'll be helpful. But it's always great having new people on, and we love talking to everybody. So.
I will just mention as well, Hank has joined us, and Ray Herrera as well. So welcome,
nice.
welcome.
Hank the legend. I'm amazed Hank has time to be on here. He's like 2 weeks away from it being 0 hour. So
he's doing 7 other things while he's doing.
Yeah. We're just on in the background.
Yeah.
Obviously, our buddies at Warlord. There's John Russell in the middle there, and that's some of his. I forget what his team guys are called. They're not Outriders. That's GW. I can't remember.
Not sure.
I
was showing the mug there for David. David's from Ipswich, my hometown. David, I've known since he was a kid. So you can take Ipswich out. You can let the boy out of Ipswich, Dave, but you can't take Ipswich out of the boy. So there you go.
Right.
They do have a great badge. I love the Ipswich badge.
If only we played as well as we looked.
I know. It's that's always the way though. It's always the teams that aren't good that have the teams that are great and their badging is like it's okay, and then the teams that have awesome badging usually get slapped around.
I mean, we've got a horse that plays soccer. I mean, come on, man, that's pretty good.
So this is our buddies at Steamforged. So the guy on the middle, that's Kieran. He's there. Yeah. He's the guy in the middle. Yeah, him. That's Kieran. So Kieran is their like new accounts manager. And then those two guys on either side of him. Those are his like account managers. So they're super nice guys. Fizz and Toby and Matt were all there. Matt was great. Matt was like, "Oh, hey, I said, do you want to have time for an interview?" And he was like, "Absolutely." But because Dave and I haven't got our new mobile set up yet, like I didn't have a way to do it. But I was like, "Can we maybe do it at Adepticon?" And he's like, "Yeah." So we're gonna try to meet up with him at Adepticon.
Cool. Sounds good.
Our friends at Army Painter, who sponsor us, like, thank you guys again. This is their retail team. So that's Jonathan Beveridge on the right. And then those two guys behind the table, those are his two like sales guys.
Cool.
And then I believe that's Michael in the back.
Okay.
And he's talking to some other like retailers, I guess, or something. And then the CEO Henning was there as well, and so was Adam Abramovich. So I got to talk to Jonathan a little bit, did some ordering for the store. I got a great photo with Henning. I don't know where he's put it, but I'll ask him. But that was a good time.
Cool. Excellent.
This is coming. So this is the new Gundam stuff. So this is the new Gundam Assemble. So Gundam Assemble is a bunch of, for all of us who have built plastic model kits, if you haven't built a Gundam is just a giant plastic model kit. It is Japanese robots, super cool, absolutely love them. There's been tons of shows about them. So Gundam Assemble is going to be a miniatures skirmish style game. The kits are incredible. Again, Gundam makes some of the most high-end plastic kits I've ever seen. All they've done is just change the scale. So they're probably like bigger than a Primaris Marine, but not as big as a Dreadnought. Like they're kind of in that, like think like a Centurion, like a 40K Centurion warsuit, or like a 40K or like a Sigmar Ogre. They're about that size. Really nice kits. Done super well. Most of them, they do them in color plastics when you get full scale Gundams. These ones, I don't know. I think they're just going to be gray. But I got to mess with them before. That's them all painted up. It plays kind of like Underworlds. If you're a Warhammer fan, it plays like Warhammer Underworlds a little. So there's like there's movement mechanics, and you have stats for your characters, and then you can play like action cards that like increase their abilities, or you can add a pilot or something. And then obviously there's dice involved because it's a miniatures combat game. But it's really fun. The kits are really nice. I think they're going to be a lot of fun to paint.
Cool. Excellent. I think it's wild because we've been talking about this for like 18 months. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Bandai is not the most efficient at getting stuff done.
Sure.
In this photo, like I'm sure people on the top left, the white one, that's like the classic Gundam. That's the one that you always see in like movies and shows. That's the RX-78. And then the red one and the green one, those are Zaku's, which are typically like the adversary mechs. But the kits are neat. There's like the big box that I showed on the last slide. That's like the new starter set. I think that's going to come with like, I think it's like 6 Gundams and like a map and dice and, like a normal starter set, all the stuff you'd expect. And then they're going to do like, sort of like mini assemble kits that'll come with like 1 or 2 guys or maybe 3 guys. So it's more like getting like a faction instead of getting like the starter set.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, so this is some other plastic kits that I just finished building. So this is all of my these will be my Crimson Fists for the battle at the farm that CJ and me and John and everybody are all hosting at Adepticon. Thanks to Hank being magnanimous and setting those guys up with some space. I got my base coats done. Tomorrow I'm going to basically try to knock out all of their layering and work them up. This is just like, I just primed them. I sprayed them black, flipped them over, dusted them with blue, and I'll build them up. I'm going to try a new technique. So I told my wife I wanted some makeup brushes.
Yep.
So she found me this cute thing.
Give me a sec.
So
turn it around. Turn it around, Jake. What's that? The eggs.
But like the cool thing is like there's a bunch of the regular size ones that everybody gets, and then these like little ones, and there's a couple of medium sized ones in here. And the best part was this was $6.
Wow.
Right.
I was like, hey, I just need 1 or 2. She's like, well, I saw this and it seems like a good deal. And I was like, this is amazing. Like, I'm never gonna like run out of these. So so like Marshalls or TJ Maxx or something, like that's from Marshalls. But she was like, you can get those at any of those places. And I was like, that's an awesome deal.
Nice.
But yeah, so I'm gonna try that technique out. I've never used that technique. Ben at the store swears by it. He cranks stuff out with it, but
yeah.
But yeah, so I got my missile launcher guy on the left. That's Captain Pedro Cantor with the back banner. And then I've got my 2 sergeants to his right. And then the rest of the dudes are all just Marines with bolt guns. So
yeah. Excellent. Well, that should be fun. We've got some pictures of Dave Powell's orcs. A little bit later.
Yeah, they look amazing. I'm really gonna have to step up my game to get those. I got 2 weeks. I got plenty of time. I'm not worried about it, but
yeah, plenty of time. 2 weeks.
For me, that's
cool.
that's funny.
Awesome. Nigel, this is the part of the show where we thank officially thank the Army Painter, our season sponsors. Jake and I are members of the factory team. Last week we had Courtney on. Courtney's the newest member of the factory team. It was a great conversation. And she appears in one of the Army Painter reels. So if you head to Instagram, Army Painter's Instagram, you're about to check out one of the reels. They also posted the second part of the You're Not Supposed To videos. So definitely go and check those out. Gives you some really good perspectives, a variety of perspectives on painting and where you are in your hobby journey, and how to feel good about wherever you are in your hobby journey. Yeah. Which is super cool. And at this point here, Connie is saying there's going to be trial. And then she goes on to say, which also means there will be error. So definitely it's about making those mistakes and learning from them. So cool stuff. The next thing, Adepticon. 2 weeks.
Yep. 2 weeks from tomorrow. 2 weeks from tomorrow, I leave.
Yep. I'm flying out as well. I have 6 demo tables for Factory Fortress team to finally to wrap up and send off or pack into their cases and ship out. I've got 2 other tables that I'm loaning to Sammy and the narrative team. So I got to get stuff finished for that. I've still got some of that being printed at the moment, so that's going to be crazy. And then try and get packed. And also, I was telling Nigel before the show, I've got this coming weekend, hopefully tomorrow or Thursday, all of my books, The Art of Volumes 13 to 15, are going to be delivered to Game Envy. And then either Friday night or Saturday morning, I'm going to be driving out to Hagerstown to start packing those so that we can hopefully ship those out early next week and get all the US, Canada, Mexico, Chile, and Peru sorted. So fingers crossed.
You got this, Dave. This is old hat. You've done this a bunch of times now.
Yeah, this isn't your first rodeo.
It's not even his second or third rodeo.
Yeah. So if you do see me at Adepticon, please buy me a beer. I will be needing it. But yeah, all good.
Dan Osborne jumped on. Malev jumped on.
Hello. Fantastic.
What's going on, guys?
Excellent. So yes, 2 weeks to go. Gonna be super exciting. As Jake mentioned before, we'll be interviewing some folks at Adepticon. Hopefully, we're going to borrow Phil the Glacial Geeks
or Uncle Adam
or Uncle Adam's remote setup so that we can film some interviews there. If we like it, if we understand it, and we can work the technology, we'll buy some for ourselves to take to shows. As we know, Jake is going to 100 shows this year.
Phil has been reassuring me all week that it's super easy. He's like, that's what he uses when he goes to his shows. And I was like, okay. I'm like, well, he's like, I promise you, Dave using StreamYard is more complicated than this. And I was like, okay.
Yep. Cool. But as I said, I want to test it.
Yeah, I get
it. Cool. Excellent. So now we are finally ready. We've done everything, got everything out of the way. Nigel.
Hello.
Talk to us.
On Garde.
Oh, I've never heard of it. What is it? Oh, wait a minute. Oh yeah, that game. Yes. So yeah, I guess a couple of years ago, a group of friends decided that we wanted to make a game. And not only did we want to make a game, but we wanted to make a range of miniatures that were based on art that nobody had seen. So then we got to work. One of those friends is a guy you might have heard of, John Blanche. The rest is history. So we've been beavering away quietly for about a year and a half. And then about, a few months ago, we started talking about it out in the open. And it's coming. It's coming. The first thing people are going to see is a Kickstarter for the first wave of miniatures, because they're all done. And that is Vanguard. The miniatures are all 54 mil. It's a scale that some of you will be familiar with. I know I saw in one of your previous episodes, Jake mentioned, oh, is that like the Inquisitor scale? Yeah, it is. 54 mil is a pretty well-established collectors and painters scale. It's not a war game scale, but then this isn't a war game. It's a game. When people see it, they'll get it. But it's a game that you could roll out. You could roll the mat out and play it in a pub. It's a duel. The character that you play is you. So that we wanted to make the miniatures, big and impressive, and and something that you really get into, something that you put some love into, rather than like a squad of guys where you don't quite have the same ownership. So we're really excited about it. The miniatures, you've seen a bunch of them already, or people who haven't seen them, they're going to see some tonight. We love all of them. The two designers that have done the miniatures, both incredible. One of which obviously is hanging out in the chat. We're just really, really excited, and we're excited to share them with the world. So.
Nigel, can I ask you a question?
Of course.
Jake, wait.
I got you.
A second. I was going to say, down in the show notes below, there's a link to the John Blanche on Garde Facebook page, and there's the John Blanche on Garde Instagram page. Definitely go and check those out. Give them a follow, and keep an eye out for any more information.
Yeah.
So, go for it, Jake. Question.
Sean just jumped on, and Jez just jumped on. Jez said he forgot it's a different time zone now because of the yeah. Sorry about our stupid time zone changes. Patrick brings up a good point. Apparently, 54 millimeter is also 1/35th scale, which is normal tank model size. Which I did not realize.
I mean, it's a modeling scale. We love 54 mil. Myself, Ronan, my business partner, John loves 54 mil. So when we started talking about working together on a project, when we came up, when we mentioned 54 mil, all of us like, yeah. Paul, who is, is here in the chat as well. I mean, Paul's a fan of 54 mil as well. It's not something that he got to do very much in his professional career because obviously he's busy sculpting lots of stuff for lots of people. But he relished the opportunity to just start doing 54 mil. And we're pleased he has.
Paul is saying it's 1/32nd scale.
1/32nd. Okay.
So the question I was going to ask is after looking at the logo. So On Guard is obviously the game. What is Vanguard like a separate game, or is that just like the first?
No, Vanguard is just this is the opening act. So
okay.
The game we are going to launch a Kickstarter for the game later this year, but we want people to get their hands on the miniatures. So this is just a chance for guys to get the first wave of miniatures in their grubby hands, because we want people to build and paint them, get excited about it, and then we'll have a game for you. There are more miniatures coming. This is just wave one. So Vanguard is just the name that we've given to this Kickstarter. And it really is just the opening, the opening salvo.
Yeah. So you sent me through a whole bunch of images. We've got some concept art. We've got some sort of finished art by some other artists. We've got some sculpts, and we've got some painted minis. I guess as we go through, do you want to tell us a bit? I know that the part that's very important to, all it's very important to John, but the world that he's creating in these sketches, sort of important. So if you can talk to us about a little bit about that as well.
Of course. Yeah. I mean, the lore is something. I will just say, the lore is something that we came up with as a collective. So two of us, Ronan, myself, John, we've just been riffing. This is a while ago, but we were riffing ideas off of each other. Boom, 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 boom. It was like we had a group chat going on, and we'd have one of us would have an idea, and the other one would be like, yeah, and what about this? And and so it kind of it formed organically. We were inspired by a lot of John's non-GW work. So if you look at his early fantasy stuff, that was kind of our starting point. When we kind of started riffing ideas off of each other, the concepts, which I think you're showing some of, like that's the zombie, the shambler. John works very fast when he gets excited about something. So he just went away, disappeared for a few weeks, and the first wave of concepts kind of appeared, and all of us, he always puts notes in as well. So this is actually a miniature that you're not going to see for a little while yet. Patrick's working on this one at the moment. But John got excited. John got inspired, did these concepts, and then we took the concepts and we talked about, because he always puts little notes. I don't know if you can see, they're not very clear in there, but he can't help himself. He has his ideas that as he's working on the concept, he'll put some little notes down, something that he's thinking of, and then we'll take that and be like, oh my god, yeah. And then Tomas, obviously not only a great games designer but also a great lore master. He takes he takes the ingredients and cooks up a 4-course 5-star menu with it. But it's been a collaborative thing all the way along, where we just riff ideas. But these concepts, these kind of these came straight out of John, and then after we talked, and then we refined them after that. The gardener. So John's concept style, if you're not familiar with it, it's quite loose, because he puts his ideas down pretty quick, and then he'll often put notes in the borders as well. Some of these concepts have got another thing on the back which we haven't shown, because he's constantly scribbling and working on stuff. The gardener is another character which you'll see in a little while. There's some pretty cool lore with that guy. He's pretty scary.
Yeah. They look like roses in his hat.
They are roses in his hand. Yeah. His working title is the gardener. The lore for him is pretty cool. What these don't do justice to, actually at the moment, if anyone wants to rob my house, all of these currently live in my house until they have a forever home. I don't own them; they belong to all of us. But the colors, when you see these things in the flesh, are incredible. Like his use of color is just mind blowing. Like there's a couple of pieces. I'm not sure if you'll show them tonight, but there's some that if you see them in the flesh, you're just like, wow.
I'm just going to hold this up. I know that my screen is still very small on the screen, but one of the things that a lot of people said when they saw the warm palette set the John Blanche paints, was like, John doesn't work in those colors.
Yeah, he does. Yes, he does. Yeah, absolutely. Look at it.
I've used this paint set for those.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah.
Wow.
No, he definitely does. Yeah. No, it's it blows me away. I mean, obviously, he's a friend, but you can never stop being a fan, because of who he is, what he does, and he comes out with stuff and it just blows you away. So what I will say, I'm going to tease here, but way in the future, John did a load of sci-fi concepts for another project, and the colors on those, we'll see them on here one day, but you'll be blown away when you see them. So.
Fantastic, nice one. I want to see those.
So some of the images you showed, like the Barbary pirate, that was the big guy, and the gardener. Those guys you're going to see a bit later. You're going to see them when the game comes out, because they're being worked on. Like that is Patrick's actually got that one on his desk right now. So we've there's work in progress shots that obviously we've seen, but that's being worked on right now, and the gardener will be soon. So
how many sculpts do we have in the first in the Vanguard?
So the first wave, these are big minis, and some people are going to have their favorites. The first wave, I believe there are 8 characters. They're all named characters. So there are 8 characters, and then there are a couple of creepy little guys that they're gonna be available in the Kickstarter as well. So 10 minis in the first Kickstarter.
Okay, excellent. I was looking at the ones. Obviously, I've been lucky enough for you to pass me on some.
Yes.
I've painted up the zombie.
I know. I do love that cool palette that you use with that, because I've seen quite a few now, because there's been a bunch of guys that have painted them, and they've all gone kind of dark and different skin tones. But I do love the drowned man look that you went with that.
I like that.
Yeah,
the colors are great.
I decided to use the these are using the cool palette set.
Yeah.
Set. So
yeah, that skin's great. It really does. It looks like a drowned man, which is great.
All my
It's this one.
all my undead are going to be in this using this palette.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. One little detail that people will notice when they've got them in their hands is Paul sculpted barnacles on the zombie. So yeah, he's obviously been in the water for a while because he's got little barnacles on different parts of his body.
Yeah, I then went and followed that through and put them on the base as well.
His hat looks surprisingly great for being waterlogged.
Oh, sure.
Well, quality hat.
Absolutely. And this guy, I painted using the warm palette.
Yeah, that's Captain Rodolphus. Yeah, so he's a mortal duelist, veteran of many duels, grizzled. Yeah, formidable.
The one of the things as well that I'm going to be doing is for the Army Painter blog. We're talking with Tyler and Amy. I'm going to be doing a series on painting up, like step-by-steps for some of these minis using the John Blanche sets. So
yeah, I'm just going to answer a question from the chat as well. So Poor Orc Child wanted to know if these are in plastic. They're actually resin. So yeah, they're all resin. This was a decision. It came from John actually. So yeah, these miniatures are resin.
Yeah.
Way to throw John under the bus. It was all Blanche's fault.
John's idea. It was John's idea.
It was Blanche's fault. I just worked there.
One of the best parts about resin is that you can capture such incredible detail.
Yes, very much so. Yeah, very much so. And these are, these are unique characters. So we're not, this isn't a war game. This is a game of duels between two combatants. So you inhabit that character. So we didn't want to go down the route. You don't need to collect armies of these guys. Now, people may want to collect all the characters because they just like them, but you might just fall in love with, one of them, or a couple of them. So we wanted to make sure that they were as good as we could make them. And obviously it helped by having people like Paul and Patrick sculpt them. But the material, we wanted to make sure that, that all the detail wasn't lost. So,
yeah, Cal, Poor Old Child, has asked brittle or bendy resin. I would say it's neither.
Yeah,
it does have some bend. Obviously, dueling game, you've got a lot of dueling type swords.
Yep.
The let me just switch back to this view. There we go. So the sword does have some bend in it.
Yep.
So if you accidentally drop it, you'll get a bit of bounce.
Yeah.
I am not saying that from experience. Except that I'm saying that from experience.
From experience.
Yep. This one as well. You can see there's some flex there in the sword, but
yeah, they're pretty. I mean, they're pretty resilient resin. So,
yeah.
It
is a good resin for sure.
Yeah.
It's not like a 3D printer resin. It's very
no. They're not brittle. They're not brittle at all. Yeah, our manufacturing partner, because we're ready to go as far as the first wave of miniatures. Everything's done. Everything's molded. We're ready to go. We literally just need to start making them and shipping them out. And yeah, the quality. When we got the master, we got the production samples back. We were just blown away with the quality of the resin. Yeah, just really good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But as we mentioned before, you don't just have. It's not just John doing the art on the project.
So yeah, so John is directing everything. So all the wave, all the initial characters have been designed by John. There is supplemental art from other artists, and every artist that's on the project is somebody that John approves. John is somebody that John likes. So the piece of art that you're showing right now, this is a piece that some people might have seen on some of the socials. It was done by Thomas Elliott. Thomas Elliott is an amazing artist out of the UK. He's done quite a lot of work for Workshop, so his style, it might be familiar, like that kind of style. He's a bit like Karl Kopinski. So yeah, Thomas has done a lot of work for GW in the last few years. He just did the last Doom game don't know if you're familiar with that, but the last Doom video game, he did the front cover for that. He was a real coup because he's a really nice guy, fantastic artist. And this image is Johannes Weiss. He is John's alter ego. So this was something which we surprised John with. We were like, we should do John as a character. Like Ronan and myself to us, and we're like, yeah, let's do it. So we spoke to Thomas Elliott and we gave him the brief. We included some details. There's something you can't quite see in that image in his hat, but we gave him some pictures of John that John provided. John didn't want to look pretty. When we told him we want to do him as a character, he's like, "Well, I don't want to look good. I don't want to look pretty. I want to look, I want to look like rough, savage, ugly."
like a proper pirate."
He took some amazing pictures, which unfortunately we're not allowed to show you. But he took some really great pictures for us to send to Thomas. And Thomas did a great job of capturing John, or Johannes as he is in the game. The full picture you'll see in his hat. He's got a couple of little friends that he takes into duels with him. So. Yeah, and you're absolutely right. So Thomas is a partner. He has already, I think, if anyone's seen the interviews that Jordan Sorcery did, Jordan interviewed most of the guys that are involved in the project. But he did interview Thomas, and so Thomas is going to be doing more pieces, or has done more pieces for the project, as has Moritz. So.
I was going to say as well, down in the notes below, there's a link to Jordan Sorcery's YouTube channel. You have to after the show, head over there, check out more. You'll get more in-depth interviews with all of the team. So I think there's like a anthology, a compilation.
I think there's a highlights reel, and then there's I think if I remember correctly, if you are a patron supporter of Jordan, the full length, director's cut interviews, if you really want to listen to myself and Ronan talk a lot, you can get that. But, yes, but there is a highlights reel which I think anyone can see.
Yeah, and I think there's more to come. So
yes, way more to come. So we have we've got a bunch of concepts which we haven't shown yet that John has done, which are part of Wave 2. But in addition, we do have some other artists like Thomas, like Moritz. There are a couple others I don't know if I can mention yet. I don't know if I get into trouble by saying that. There's a couple of other artists that are working on stuff right now. So later waves, there are going to be some characters that are designed by other artists that John has approved. If that makes sense. So, yeah.
Excellent. I'll head you off then, so you don't feel tempted to really reveal them.
No. I'm pretty good at not spilling the beans, but So there are a couple of artists which I just, you have to forgive me, guys. I can't remember whether we've announced that they're involved.
I don't think you have. No,
because with a project like this, this is I said this in the interview with Jordan. This is a bit of a love letter to John, as well as a thing, we're all friends, but it's also something that he wanted to do. This is something that he loves. He loves the idea of duels. So, when we started working on this, we had a bunch of guys come out of the woodwork saying, hey, I want to do something. I want to get involved somehow, some way. And some of these guys are, quite well-known artists that just want to be part of it, and we're just really happy that that they're contributing. So, and these are all people that that John admires as well.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. But
yes,
we've got a piece from Moritz.
Yes. So Moritz, I love Moritz's style. He's got these great kind of like, you look at the image initially, you think, oh, it's a duelist, and then you look a bit closer and you go, wait a minute, that guy, he's some kind of mutant character. There's actually a whole sketchbook that Moritz has done, and in the fullness of time, we'll show you a lot of these. But that's a preliminary sketch. That is somebody that's going to be a character in Wave 2. So, cool. And I think the finished sketch is being shown soon on the the JB on Guard socials. So
right, cool.
If only there was a really great sculptor that lives in London that could do that for us, Paul.
Right. If only.
Paul's doing that one.
Excellent. But yeah, Maritz's Black Crab art.
Yes.
You find him on Instagram. He's done a whole, designed a whole bunch of fantastic miniatures that Andrew May from Meridian Miniatures has sculpted. So if you like this kind of style, definitely track him down.
Yeah. I mean, it dovetails really nicely into John's style. It's dark. It's, you look and then you look again, and there's all sorts of little details and some like wrongness to some of the images as well, which I love. And his collaboration with Andrew May, I love all of those minis. They're incredible. So go and buy them if you haven't already. Go ahead. But yes, he will be doing more designs. We've already got some which are earmarked to be turned into characters, but as I say, there's a whole sketchbook. Moritz is very fast as well. He does, he fires off ideas at a million miles an hour. So we've already got a ton of great ideas to dine on.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep.
Next up. Oh, there we go.
I know, the arty shot.
These are the first two sculptors who are working on the project.
Correct. Yep. So what I will say as well, and I've mentioned this previously, we have had questions from people on socials about digital design, and we love digital design, but for this particular project, we really wanted to make physical art. We wanted to make physical miniatures, and we wanted to have physical, we wanted an artist with a pen and a pencil drawing the things. It doesn't mean in future projects that we wouldn't use digital design. But for this, it was just, because this is like a little labor of love for us. We had this vision of what we wanted to do, and we're just really lucky that we got, two amazing sculptors like Paul and Patrick that are amazing physical sculptors working on this. And you can see two work in progress. That the one on the right, that's actually that's the start of the Barbary Pirate that Patrick. Now, I'm sure I'm not a sculptor, so I don't understand. Paul could probably explain better than I could, but I guess sculptures have like a process, and I guess with Patrick, what he does is he does the musculature, and he gets all his forms right underneath. I've seen some sculptors that can do everything in one go. I don't know, but it's not nothing I could do. But he's got he's obviously working on the muscles underneath that armor right there in that image. So, I love that image. It's cool. It's cool to see them side by side. Yeah,
I've seen Patrick. Oh, I can't remember when it was.
I'm sorry. I'm just going to duck in. So Ronan, my partner in crime, and he usually does 70% of the talking when the two of us are on an interview. He's actually in the chat as well. So I guess I can say Paolo Parente is working on designs for us at the moment. So.
Oh, fantastic. Excellent.
Yes. There we go.
Pretty cool. I saw, I think, in that interview with Jordan, I would have said 75-80%. But
yeah. Oh, no, I know. Yeah. Well, that's what you get.
But no, I was going to say, I think a couple of years ago, I saw there's like a series of photos that Patrick put on social media, Patrick Masson, and he was working on a wolf, and he built the armature for the wolf, and rather than going straight to fur, it was building up that musculature.
Yeah, it's incredible.
The fine musculature underneath, and then the fur went on over the top of that. The anatomy was spot on.
I mean, if you look at the image, I know the image that Paul did it's a cool picture of Paul. I'm not sure what he was working. It is a 54, but that's obviously he's just working on an armature there and just starting to put putty on that. With Patrick's, I mean, that character's covered in armor. He's wearing scale armor. This guy's a big dude as well. He's kind of like the bad guy in the Indiana Jones movies. The big giant guy with the sword in Raiders of the Lost Ark. He's kind of that kind of size. This guy's like 6'8",
Right.
So yeah, he's going to be a heck of a. You could shoot. I mean, you could shoot.
You just
him.
have to shoot him.
You could.
His only weakness, bullets.
That's it. Flintlock pistol, if it'll work. So.
Yeah. Well, that's why he's wearing all that armor, right?
That's it.
He's learned. He watched that movie and he learned.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
But no, that's very cool.
But no, that's a great image. I do love it.
Yeah.
Aha. So this is one of Paul's masterpieces. This is a character called Ben Hook. I know the lore is already available online. Thomas has been writing some great character bios for these guys, but this is a very grizzled duelist. He's lost more parts in duels over the years. A leg, a hand. I think there's bits of his face missing, hence the scarf. And just a fantastic dynamic miniature. I'm just really excited. For me, I'm really excited for people to get these in their hands. That's actually the miniature that I'm working on myself for my own dueling set. Just incredible. I mean, some of the details which you can't really see, like Paul did this amazing sculpt on the scabbard. Lovely.
Is that a mermaid on the, like a Fiji mermaid on the scabbard?
It is a mermaid. Yes, indeed. You're going to see mermaids appear quite a few times. You see them in Moritz's work as well, because obviously it's all part of the lore. But yes, you will see creepy mermaids appearing all over the place. There's motifs, and who knows, maybe characters.
Excellent. It looks fantastic, Paul.
That looks great.
Have you had one of these yet, Dave? I can't remember.
Yeah, I've got. I have.
Oh yeah. You've got Ben Hook, haven't you? Yeah. Fantastic.
Ben Hook.
Yes.
He is. I don't think he's the next one. I think I was going to work on one of the vampires. I was going to work on this guy.
Yeah. So this is one of Patrick's designs. This is the Vampire Noble. Again, just so many fantastic details. Some great John Blanche elements, and the knee designs, and just opulent. It's just a beautiful realization of John's design. And I love the dynamism that Paul and Patrick are getting in these poses. One of Patrick's briefs, Patrick designed 2 miniatures back to back, and part of his brief was that they should, if you put them together, you could do a diorama. Although you'll use them as characters, you could fit them together as a dueling diorama as well, because they're kind of one guy's doing, they're responding to each other. So.
Yeah.
You got to do some like a gentleman highwayman, and you got to do like the Three Musketeers. Like I have to have a like.
So there's a character, Jake. I mean, I'll see you at Adepticon anyway. I'll bring bits and pieces with me. But yeah, one of the characters that Patrick designed is one of my favorites. I don't know if you have an image, but his name is Van Ryn, and
nice.
He kind of looks. He looks almost like there he is.
Nice.
Yeah. He does give off some highwayman kind of stone cold killer vibes.
Yeah, that's very like Brotherhood of the Wolf kind of vibes. I dig it. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's that double breast, like the coat across the breast there.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I think when we were first spitballing ideas, a couple of years ago, you can't help yourself. You throw all these things, images, and just references to movies and books and and the Brotherhood of the Wolf has got such strong imagery that it's always stuck in my mind. Yeah, and this is actually, it's one of my favorite characters. John's art for this is probably my favorite. I don't know. You can't really say favorites. It's like asking which of your children is your favorite. But
I mean, come on, that's not true. Everybody has a favorite.
But this character, he's probably my favorite. Yeah. So yeah, and the art, like as a combination of things, like the character, the concept, the lore, everything. Like this will be my guy. This will be the guy that I probably duel with the most. So,
right.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. And you've got so there's another sea creature down there with a trident on the coat.
Yeah, you're going to see these motifs repeating themselves. Yep. The city where the duels take place in the lore is by the sea. So yes, there are maritime elements. I wouldn't say, I know, I looked at comments on socials, and it's not a pirate game. You have got characters that kind of look, piratical, but that's not even a word, but
no, piratical is a word.
Yeah, so you are going to see nautical motifs, though, because it is set in a city by the sea. So yes,
cool.
And especially as we go on, some of the characters, because there are some really out there characters, are kind of creepy. And if you look at Moritz's art as well, like Moritz does great mutants and weird stuff and gribbly things. So yeah, they all feature somewhere.
Excellent. That's cool. There we go. Ronan says, and it's not Venice.
It's not Venice either. No, that was it's funny that came out of Tomas in a very early interview, because when we were bouncing ideas off of each other for just settings, we didn't want it to look like Marienburg or something. People who follow Warhammer, they're familiar with that. So we didn't want it to look like Mordheim or Marienburg. We wanted it to look a little bit more lush, a little bit more kind of opulent. And so one of the ideas when we had this like image board, of just things. Venice, but some of the elements, like the statuary and the columns and the build, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But of course, Thomas, it came out in one comment, and it's just it exists now forever on the internet. But yeah, it's not Venice.
Right. Oh, that's cool.
You gotta rock the Musketeers from the BBC show. those guys are great. They all have the each of them has the shoulder plate with the fleur-de-lis, and they have like the jacket, like those models, like the costuming in that show is incredible.
Yeah.
Well, but the best part is like all of them are duelists. I like how they make them. It's kind of like this game, right? Like it's like, oh, they're all musketeers, and it's like, yeah, but they don't fight anything. So they're all very different in how they fight. Like
yeah. I mean, that's the part of the lore of this game. And this world is that dueling is kind of ritualized. It's almost like, you settle disputes by duels. And dueling is, like I say, it's very ritualized. And there's almost like a quasi magical, I don't want to say religious because it's not really, but there's definitely an element where, if you're a dirty cheat and, don't fight, according to the rules of the duel, that, bad things will happen to you. So
right,
those elements will be explored more with characters which we introduce later. But the first wave are all kind of like legendary duelists. But you are going to see some weird stuff later as well as we dive deeper into the lore of it. So
cool. I think so. These sculpts that we're seeing here, these ones are all part of that first wave.
Correct. Yeah, all the finished miniatures that you're showing and that I think are visible on the interwebs, they will all be part of Vanguard, which is the first wave. Yes.
Yeah. Cool. Excellent.
Yeah.
Jez says, I know folks that did the Musketeer shoulder armor for that. There you go. So you have to get in touch.
Jez, you got to send me one. That is one of my favorite shows. I love that show.
I'm going to have to watch that now. Ronan's obviously, I don't know if you, so most Thursdays, every Thursday, we show something on the social, something new. And there's a new character which we're showing off on Thursday. Then the ones you've seen now so far, obviously the zombies, kind of a bit out there. But there are some weird and wonderful characters. So, yeah.
Excellent.
They don't all look musketeer-y, so put it that way.
Yeah.
Again, not a word, musketeer-y. But...
Did you see Hank's comment? He was looking for an excuse to print up this multiverse Garbino terrain set. Now I'll need to upscale for 54 minutes.
Yeah. Fantastic. Oh, and Brent has joined us. These are really cool. They are indeed, Brent. Definitely.
I mean, I think so, but I'm biased. So yeah.
This guy on the screen is my favorite guy so far. This guy's rad.
I mean, like I say, for me, it's a combination. It's the lore. It's the art that John produced. Everything about this, the lore that we came up with for him, the finished model, the art, everything, like as a package. That's my jam. I love him. So
yeah, excellent. What do we have next? Next is some painted versions. We've got some painted miniatures.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, we've had some great artists working on some of these miniatures so far. So this one is Grimdark Compendium. Is that correct?
I think so.
Yeah. Ronan knows better than I do because he's clever and I'm not. But yeah, just fabulous work on this guy. The idea with him in our lore, dueling is kind of ritualized. There are undead characters, and one of the ways you get to be a vampire is if you best a vampire in a duel, you can force them to give you the gift of undeath and join them as a vampire. But God forbid you lose, because you might get killed, or even worse, you might get turned into something as an example to others to know your place.
Right.
Hence this guy. So
this looks almost like it could be Christian's work.
Oh, Christian Simonson.
Yeah, like it has especially down the bottom.
I would love
Christian's like colors and his tones and stuff.
I've got to reach out to Christian because I would love to see his take on some of these pieces because I love his work.
Yeah.
I've got to reach out to him if he's. I don't think he's on here, but Christian, I'll shoot you an email, mate. So yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, absolutely. That would be great. I think this is a wonderful blend. It's not. Earlier on we saw the original concept from John. Let me see if I can just scoot back through all the slides. So
yeah.
Picture this in your mind.
I hope I don't embarrass Paul, but I love that zombie. I think it's one of the best. All of the stuff that Paul has done is incredible. But when Paul showed me that zombie for the first time, I was blown away. I was absolutely blown away. I mean, we were all blown away. So
it's because it's so atmospheric. Like there's so many little elements that pull the whole thing together. Like he's got the sign around his neck, which would basically be like he was hanged because he was a pirate kind of thing.
Yeah, no, that was the whole idea, and that element. I mean, that comes back to the concept has got that little sign hanging around his neck. It's difficult to see unless you have a good look at the concept, but that's always been an element of it, and absolutely. And I'm going to be excited to see what people write on that board, because absolutely, it's a warning. It's this guy. The elements of his attire, it's all ragged, but he's got this fabulous hat. This obviously an expensive hat. And he's got some ragged finery left. He's got a sword that's seen better days, but at one time was quite expensive. So you imagine this guy in his day before he turned into this was probably a bit of a big deal. Maybe he was a bit too
and
big
also like he painted him with the striped sailor's pants.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very crazy stuff. It's just that's the other thing as well. Is they've got at that 54mm scale, you've got the real estate to try something a little bit different.
Absolutely. I mean,
at 32mm, you might go, oh, these pinstripes are going to be. Well, these stripes are going to be way too thin.
Yeah.
But at this scale,
this is the thing, because it is a collectors and painters scale. We want people to really pour their heart and soul into these things, because this is, as far as this game is concerned, this guy's you. If this is the character that you choose, this is your duelist. It's you. You don't have a squad. You don't need a squad. That's not what the game's about. You have a duelist, and so having that much real estate, as you say, you really can pour your heart and soul into it and do some really lovely stuff. There's an incredible one that's doing the rounds on the internet as well. It's part of John's personal collection that was done by Curtis Fell. I don't know if you've seen that one, but there's glow in the dark effects on it and stuff. It's incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Curtis from Ramshackle Games.
Correct.
Does some fantastic stuff. But
that lives at John's house. The last time I was at John's, I got to add that in my grubby hands, and it's beautiful. So
again, if you want to check that out, go to Instagram and look for Ramshackle Games. Yeah.
I think we've posted it on the JB on Garde site as well. I think it's there as well. But yeah, Curtis is he's a really skilled guy. Ronan. Sorry, that he's doing in jokes now. So Yeah, that was those two letters are on the sign around the neck of around his zombie. So
All right. So another one from, I'm guessing these are both from Alessandro.
Yes, they are. Yes, these are both Grimdark Compendium. Yep. So yeah, just fabulous work. I mean, one of the things, one feature of John's, and you know this because obviously, with the Army Painter paints as well, John's use of red is incredible. Like the Van Ryn art, the piece that I keep talking about is my favorite. The red in that, I can get lost in it. It's just, I don't know how he does it. I just don't know how he does it.
He does
incredible.
like red. He does like red.
Yeah, he does like red, but it's just what he can do with it as well, And so, the reds in these two examples, really do capture that,
Yeah.
I know we use the term grimdark a lot now in the hobby, and these are, I guess, grim, but there's a lushness to it as well, look at that red. Oh,
yeah,
gorgeous.
Yeah. Beautiful texture in
yes.
there. It's wonderful. I'm continually drawn to that sword.
You mean Rodolphus? You mean Rodolphus's sword or
Rodolphus's sword? Yeah.
Yeah.
The everything else has got that. There's that grittiness to it. There's that dirt. There's that decay kind of feel creeping in. Particularly like if you look at the bottom of his cloak here. But that sword, that's his bread and butter. That's
exactly
nice.
Right. That's what makes him his money. There's no dirt on that thing. So yeah.
Exactly.
No, absolutely. I mean, it's something that we've talked about amongst ourselves with the project. We were all grimdark fans, like we all are. We love John's style. We love Ink 28. We love all of that. Like we're fans of grimdark. But with this, there is a lushness. There's an opulence to it. Not everything is filthy. Not everything is grime encrusted. You are going to see it's a lived-in world. This guy's got he's got dirty robes and but you are going to see elements as well which aren't grim. They're just lush.
Well, there we go. Patrick's suggesting that lush grim will be the new catchphrase.
Lush grim.
Yeah, that's it.
It's going to evolve somewhere, right?
Grim lush. There you go. There you go. Don. Grim lush.
Excellent. And Tancred 99 has joined us, saying great looking stuff. Thanks for showing it off tonight.
Thanks for joining us.
Excellent. Next up, so it's another Rodolfo.
Yeah, this one is who did this one? This is help me out, Ro. Are you there?
Know who it is? Let us know.
I think this was Angelo DiCello did this one.
I think you're correct, actually. Yeah.
Yes.
100%. Yep.
Yeah. Just really beautiful metallic, like that non-metallic metal on the weapons. Just lovely Blanchy details. I mean, like the little check work. Yeah, just beautiful. I mean, yeah, he's a master. So
that's great.
Yeah. Angelo is Axia Miniatures, I think.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
yeah, and the leather on that hat as well. Yeah, if you zoom, when people get the chance to zoom in, have a good look at it. Just fantastic work.
Yeah.
And again, this is the thing. This is why we wanted to do this scale, because you can do so much with it. You can really pour your heart and soul into it. And if people in the fullness of time, we know people are going to want to convert them as well. But it's just this amazing platform, for creativity. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Next up.
Oh, yes, indeed, a lovely Ben Hook. So. Yeah, nice and atmospheric. So I think that's Grimdark Compendium. I think
you're right again. Yep, got the candle in the background.
Yeah,
but in this one they've taken the sword arm, and instead of it sort of pointing down like this, they've flipped it around so that it's
up. There's a couple of. I mean, it's something because I think when Paul sculpted it, he sculpted it to be in that pose. But it's really interesting that you repositioned it because it looks great.
Sculpted in this pose.
Yeah,
Paul-
if you go back to the one that he sculpted, it's the sword is up.
Yep.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's wild that I posted.
Classic,
No, no, no,
classic
I mean-
Dave Taylor. He's ahead of the curve.
He's a curve. Well, it's funny actually you say that because the Van Ryn miniature. So when we sent them to Angelo, the hat's got like these cool like these bone pins pushed through it.
Okay.
And when Patrick designed it, the bone pins pushed through the back of the hat.
Okay.
And when Angelo assembled his Van Ryn, he put it to the front, and it looks amazing. It just looks great. When he showed it, I'm like, that looks awesome. And like my own one that I'm going to do, I've got the pins at the back, but I'm like, oh, now I've got to build another one with the pins at the front. So
for all of you at home who are watching this, just remember this is how it works in the gaming industry. There is no right way.
There is no right way.
Well, it's the wrong way.
It's happy accident.
There's a bunch of wrong ways, but there is no right way.
There is no right way. I mean,
There's no
your minis, your rules. Once you've got these things in your grubby hands, one of the things I'm really excited about is to see what people do with them. Because that's the best thing people can do is they can take your babies and make them their own. So yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, actually, I really do like that pose, Dave. That's it works really well.
There's something I'm not sure why I did it.
I mean,
It felt like that was the.
I'm happy that you did.
It feels like he's about to sort of bring it around.
Yeah.
In a slash. But
Yeah. No, it totally works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, cool. That's crazy.
That guy's awesome.
Yeah. I know he's amazing. So this guy's obviously been undead for a while. He's starting to fall apart a little bit.
Sorry, Nigel. Interrupt you for a second. Brendan Bell says, but we can all agree as adults to clean our mold lines, though, right?
I mean, give it the old college try.
Yeah, for sure. Excellent. How about it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Different, Nigel.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah, I mean, you'd think after 4 decades of being a hobbyist that I would have gotten the mold lines thing down, but
right. Yeah.
So yeah, again, just fantastic. I keep reiterating, I can't wait to see how people paint these, because there's going to be some fantastic stuff coming out. I love the color choices on this, the coat. I mean, that faded, ragged finery that the guy's wearing. But he's no joke. This guy's formidable. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I love the colors on his stockings as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing when people get to see the thing in their hands, the back, the coat has got all these beautiful little tears and just lovely little details on it that you can see some from obviously one direction, but there's stuff going on all the way around these miniatures.
Yeah, and also something as well that people should look out for is the curls of his wig.
Yes,
coming undone down the back.
Yes, they are. Yeah. Ragged finery, I think, was how I described it when we did the brief. These guys, they occupy a strata in society. The vampires, they're not quite like they're not like the boogeyman that you would see in other fantasy lore. They fulfill a particular role in society. They're kind of they're admired and feared in equal measure. But yeah, these guys, they wear the trappings of their mortal life. So yeah.
But no, it's absolutely fantastic. I love these buckles are shiny as well.
Come on, man. I love the headdress. I mean, these are elements that John designed. If you go to the female character Milady as well, you'll see elaborate headdress on some of these characters.
We might have I'm just going to check. Yep, there we go.
Yep, there we go. Lady Carmilla, Milady. Just amazing work by Paul on this. I think, Paul, was this the first miniature you sculpted or the second?
I think this was the first. I think you're
right.
Was
it the first one? I can't remember because I know the first 2 miniatures that Paul sculpted were Rodolphus, the captain guy, and the lady. And John had a lot of movement in this concept, and Paul just captured it perfectly. It's a beautiful miniature. Again, completely Blanche. I mean, the headgear, the kind of partial armor bits that she's wearing. There's so many little details on this that that people are going to find out when they start working on it. Like that bustle, that kind of skirt thing that she's got, it's full of details. Yeah. I don't know. Paul must have gone cross-eyed trying to sculpt all those little bits, but I'm glad that he did.
Yeah, it's some fantastic, definitely some fantastic stuff back
and
there.
and quite a formidable character as well. She's got quite an interesting lore. She's kind of like almost like a mother of vampires. So yeah, she's no joke. Another
thing noticing with her sculpt, along with the vampire lord, you just saw their knees.
There are common elements, and also don't quite know how old these vampires are. So the clothing that they're wearing, could be several hundred years out of date.
Right.
You see mortal duelists wearing different styles, but these guys are wearing, it's a good observation there. But yeah, you're absolutely right. There is common elements through some of these characters, that have got some age on them.
Yeah. No, I think it's a fantastic thing. It's that it's that creating that design language that sort of is echoed through a group, a faction, a range.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, one of the things, so John just didn't design, he didn't just produce character concepts. So after we done our initial chats backwards and forwards about spitballing ideas, he didn't just do characters. He did motifs. He did designs. Like we talked about the mermaid design. Like there's like sheets of work that John did, which is just little icons, designs, motifs that could appear in the city, in backgrounds. They could appear on dress. You might see it on a shield. You might see it on a scabbard. You might see it on a pendant hanging around somebody's neck. So there's that stuff as well, which I don't think we've shown much of that yet. But there are, and also like John also explored, just some of the architectural like styles as well. So, he did designs for like columns. I know it might seem a bit boring to people, but just like how the world's going to look, what would statues look like? What do ruins look like? So there's a bunch of that stuff going on. And obviously when the designers saw that, they've taken some of these elements and incorporated them into the characters.
Yeah. No, it's great. Excellent.
Cool.
Next up. Oh, there we go. There's the painted.
Yeah, look at that red. Oh.
Yeah.
And you can see what I mean about the hat. So yeah, when Patrick sculpted it, the bones, the cross bones are actually on the back of the hat. But he put them, and it looks amazing. It just looks amazing. When I saw that, it just blew me away. So happy accidents. Yeah, and I love it.
Excellent. Don is asking if there's been a decision on the base size yet.
So yeah, so it's again, I don't want to get too kind of like hobby police on people. It's we want people to go to work. We want people to make these things like little works of art. So I will say that the play test, as our play test play area, the dueling area is comprised of a grid, and we're working at the moment on a grid size of 2 inches square. So 2 inches square is 50 mil. So for most of the stuff that I've done, I've either put miniatures on a 40 or a 50 mil base.
Right. Okay.
So as long as it fits inside that, I don't really want to be you must use this, because your minis, your rules, but I think as long as it fits inside that 2 inch square, if you like square bases, you might like round, but whatever, as long as it fits inside that area, it's all good. So yeah, that's not really an answer, and I'm sorry, Don. And you've asked me this before, I think, in person. Yeah, 40 or 50 mil, whatever works for you.
Excellent. I've gone for a 40 mil round lip.
Yeah.
Kind of,
Yeah.
Approach.
Yeah, I've done that. I mean, I've used like 40 mil like non-lipped, and I've done some 40 mil lip. I think they look great on both. So, you know, I don't want to tell people how to base their miniatures. I just, as long as they fit inside these, and as long as they fit in the dueling area, you know, I don't want to be the hobby police. You do it your way. You enjoy it. So
well, if you don't want to do it, Nigel, I'll do it.
So 40 mil.
Okay.
40 mil lipped. There you go. You heard it here first.
40 mil lipped.
Fantastic.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, fantastic work there from Angelo. Yeah, just lovely. Yeah, I don't know if Angelo's doing painting tutorials. I know Grimdark are going to do. They're publishing tutorials of all the On Guard characters. You know, as they're going to release those as a series.
Yep.
I'm not sure what Angelo's done as far as, you know, him recording his process, or whether he does videos. Somebody might know better than me, but I hope he does talk about how he got the results that he did, because yeah, that's gorgeous.
Yeah, absolutely. It's fantastic. And that's some hack from Baltimore.
I've heard of that guy. Yeah.
I've seen his stuff.
I've only been holding it up to the camera for the last.
Absolutely.
This is why that what's his name? Tave Daler.
Tave Daler, yeah, that guy. Yeah, I think he's from New Zealand, isn't he?
I believe so.
Yeah. So
he wishes he was from New Zealand.
Now,
yeah,
I think with both of these, Dave, you used the Army Painter palettes. Is that right?
That's correct.
I know you did the cool palette with the zombie, with the Shambler.
The warm palette and the cool palette.
And the warm palette with the
yeah.
So yeah, that's what I'm going to keep doing, that sort of approach.
Yeah. No, I think that's great. And like I said, I love that skin tone on the zombie. I mean, it really does look like a drowned man. So yeah, fantastic stuff. And you know, I love the little details you've done. We've got a guy who, unfortunately, we've got a mystery guy. We've got like a Mass Singer kind of hobbyist that's been doing some stuff for us, and he's done some really nice. I think we might have shown. I don't know if Ronan's here. We've shown a couple of his images. We'll show more in the future. But we've got a guy that, that's done some stuff for us quietly. And he's done some really nice scenic bases as well. So yeah, this is what I'm talking about. I mean, this is what I'd love to see is, you know, guys, just do what you've done there. Like, you know, you really made these guys, you know, characters, you know, lovely stuff. You should do this for a living, Dave. I've
thought about it.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
Or at least part of a living.
A partial living, yeah.
Eventually, maybe one day. It should be good. Excellent. Oh.
Well, I mean, it's too late. Let's go back to that picture. What are we doing?
He's done it now.
Yeah. Oh, whoops.
I forgot where I'd putting it. Putting it's not a word.
Placed it.
Forgot where I put it. Placed it. Forgot where it was. The order of things.
I mean, it could have been. I mean, it could have been worse.
Good news.
It could have been like
we figured out it's next.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been a D pick or something, but like, luckily, it was just something people haven't seen before. So,
yeah.
Shall we go?
Yeah.
Should we do it? I forgot where I put it all the time.
Yeah. So guys, so this image that Dave is about to show you again is the first time we've shown this anywhere. So it's a BuildPaintPlay.
Technically, we already saw it once.
I know, it's a scoop. It's the scoop.
It's the scoop for it. Cheers, says Dave, you silly anchor. Fantastic. There we go.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a little bit of lore story. So one of the lore items for JB's On Guard is these mysterious creatures, the Fiji mermaids. So they came about. I was telling Dave this before we went live. So in John's home, John's quite minimalist, which you might find surprising for, you know, if you're, you know, he's been a hobbyist as long as he has. You'd imagine his house to be full of miniatures. He just has a selection of his favorite things, and everything in his studio, in his home, is carefully curated. The art on the walls, the stuff you see around. And one of the things he has in his studio is he has a Fiji mermaid. I don't know if people are familiar with what they are, but these were items that were sold to European sailors when they explored the Pacific several hundred years ago. So you'd go to an island like Fiji, where the name comes from, and an enterprising islander would sell you a taxidermied mermaid, and you would you'd pay half your wages to buy this mysterious fancy creature. You'd bring it back to England or Germany or wherever you'd come from originally, and you'd show it to your friends and family, and then you'd realize that it was half of a monkey stitched to a fish. And he's got this thing, and it's such a quirky item that we wanted to incorporate it into the lore because it's such a part of John. It's John, it's just this crazy thing. So in the lore, these mermaids, they're kind of, nobody quite knows where they come from, but they attach themselves. They're like little minions. They attach themselves to duelists that have the favor of the gods. So if you are a duelist that's legendary, one day one of these things will turn up and it'll just follow you around. It'll just hang around and it's yours. It attaches itself to you. Now it stays with you. In the game, they do confer some benefits. But in the lore, they stay with you while you're winning. And then when you start losing, they just disappear. They go off. They're like, see you later. I'm going to be this guy's mermaid now. So we've had Paul design this, and it's just amazing. We've included several of these mermaids in the range, and this is one of the guys that you're going to be able to get hold of in the Kickstarter. So yeah. So we hope you like him. He's creepy and awesome. Yeah, I mean, they just like slither around and grab hold of stuff. They can operate obviously in land and water, but yeah, just bonkers. Yeah. What do you think, guys?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Big thumbs up. If you like it as well, there's a little button just down below.
Yeah.
Press. It's the shape of a thumb pointing up.
So obviously he's a lot smaller. Like this looks like it's on.
Yes.
Is that like
I can show you. So yeah, he's more like a 32 mil. I'm going to show him against. I've got one in my hand. So yeah, so this is a mermaid, and
there we go.
So yeah, so if you hold him against, like that's kind of the size.
Right on. Okay.
Yeah. So he's this creepy little dude that'll just kind of hang around you. And like I say, in the game, they're like, there's a benefit to having one of these things as a little minion, as a follower. And it is a symbol. There's a mystery where they come from, and they only attach themselves to legendary duelists. So if you're one of those guys, if someone sees you with one of those little things in tow, they already know they're in trouble.
I like Josh's idea. I just need to find a little like toy SpongeBob that's the size of a space marine.
Yeah,
and just put him on the tail. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? That'd be great.
Somebody. So Matthew in the chat has said he's also seen a rat with a black powder pistol. Yes, he has.
Nice.
Yeah, he has. Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
Is it Thursday, Ronan? Thursday.
Fantastic.
Yeah, Paul sculpted that little rat and his friend that you'll see soon. Yeah, and just amazing, absolutely amazing work.
So, like, how long does a game or a match take?
So I'll talk briefly about that because I don't want to get too ahead of myself, because obviously Vanguard is going to be the first thing that people are going to see is being able to grab hold of some of these minis. They are quick games. Like, it is designed to be quick. It's on a small playing area. The idea, and I said it before, we want people to be able to roll this out in a pub. Like, you could roll this out on the playmat. You could roll it out in a pub, and the game would take 20 minutes, 15.
Yeah, I'm thinking
minutes.
like Lunch Hammer. It's like some Lunch Hammer stuff.
It's like it's not a war game, guys. It's a duel. You're going to fight a duel. It's challenging. It's going to be kind of cinematic. But it's not going to be long, and it's going to be one of these games that's going to be really easy to pick up, but it's going to take you a while to get really good at it. So, yeah. Yeah, but yeah, it's not a long game. It's 20 minutes tops.
Right on.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
One of the things I've mentioned to Nigel a couple of times that I would really love to see, or something that I'm gonna have to work on, is a like a case that looks like a case he would have carried like dueling pistols in. And when you
say that, yeah,
your collection of duelists that you pull out, just the right number of dice that you need.
Yeah.
But obviously,
So,
Dave,
yeah.
there has to be one silk glove that you can like take off and how
You
dare
can,
you
like,
slap
you
someone across the
wrestle
face.
with
And then
So yeah, that's one of the things that we're exploring when the game is out and into the world, is we love the idea of having a case which has all your materials. So the game itself, there's a play map. There's a card based. It's a card based game, so you need your decks of cards. Everything would fit into one of these cases. You could do a little dueling case. You'd have your rolled up play mat, your dice, your cards, your duelists. Boom. Yeah.
Excellent.
Easy. You take it around, you can bring it to a game show. You're on the sidelines, you're at Adepticon, you've been playing like Trench or whatever all day. You might be sitting down having a pint and a burger, and you could roll this thing out and have a quick game or something. So yeah, that's what we want. We want people to have fun with this.
Yeah. No, that's super cool.
And obviously paint beautiful miniatures. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The so definitely folks, down in the notes below there are links to the John Blanche on Guard Facebook page. Go and give that a follow. The John Blanche on Guard Instagram page, give that a follow. Mentioned before as well, there's a link to Jordan Sorcery's YouTube channel. We had Jordan on. I interviewed Jordan at UK Games Expo last year.
Yeah.
Fantastic guy doing a fantastic service for the miniature gaming community. Definitely go and check out all of the wonderful interviews that he's done with you and the team.
I wanted to just address a question. Matthew in the chat. He said he'd seen some mock-ups of cards to play the game. They seem to be see-through. They were probably just printouts. So when we were playtesting the game, initially, we get the, Tourmaster's designed the game, and to start with, we printed out decks, so we could playtest. So yeah, you may have just seen some flimsy photocopied, cards which may or may not have worked, just part of the playtesting process. But no, when the game arrives, the card decks will be, thick cards. They'll be
Beautiful cards.
Substantial, yeah. So you don't have to worry about people seeing the other side of your card through it won't be see-through. So.
Nice. That's great.
Cool.
Awesome. Well, just before we do wrap up that, so who's the best at it out of you guys so far? Nigel?
Nigel. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I mean, Ronan's not here, so it's me. There you go. Isn't he?
Fantastic. But no, Nigel, thank you very much for joining us.
No, it's my pleasure. It's great to see you guys. If anyone's at Adepticon, obviously this is what I look like, so by all means come and say hi. Obviously these two guys are going to be there too. I'm excited to meet some of you guys. If you're there, just come and say hi.
Yep.
Cool. And I'm excited for you guys. I'm really excited now because we're right at the very end of this. I'm excited for people to finally get their hands on these minis because we love them. Like we think they're fantastic, and we think you're gonna have fun with this. You're really gonna have fun with this.
Fantastic. You're gonna be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right?
Yes, indeed. Yep. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yep.
And this will be your first Adepticon.
Yes. Yeah. We talked about this before the show started. So historically, Adepticon often clashed with Salute, which was a show that I went to religiously. And so I've been remiss. I really should have been to an Adepticon by now, but I am fixing that this year. So, and I'm really excited. I mean, I've heard nothing but great things about the show. Obviously, there's a ton of people I know there already, so I'm really excited to go. Yeah, it's going to be.
Dude, you're in for a treat. It is the best.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Cool. I'll bring you some miniatures, Hank. All right.
Yep. Excellent. Excellent.
Do you want to hang out with us and go through some of our community miniatures that we get stuff sent to us from our crowd online?
Cool. Yeah.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Let's jump in and take a look at those. So
I missed it last week, so I'm curious as to what we got.
Yeah.
We've got some nice stuff. It's a little bit quieter this week, I think. Some folks are preparing for Adepticon, but here we go. So first up, Adam Weller.
That looks like what's
is
that?
Rocksteady.
I think that's Rocksteady. Or at least it's supposed to be a Rhino like enforcer guy. I like his tools on his belt.
Yeah, they look great. I think well, again, Adam's done a fantastic job here, but I'm really loving the bounce light that he's throwing in under those muscles.
Yeah.
He did a really cool job too with like the tattoos. Like the tattoos look really cool.
Yeah. Oh wow. I give up.
No. This is meant to inspire.
No, I'm kidding.
But they do look very cool there. Beautiful work there, Adam. I think your volumes on that musculature is just incredible.
Yeah. Josh is right too. Jez is right. Of course, Jez noticed it. The leather on the belt.
Yep.
Being a leather worker.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Wow.
Whispers of Josh is Josh Sawyer sliding in. Josh, we need to get in touch to work out when we're going to play our game of Trench Crusader that's gone.
Nice.
But,
I just like to add that I think Paul saying it's his wife's 50th is a terrible excuse not to come to Adepticon. So
absolutely.
You know what he should do is he should bring his wife to Adepticon for her 50th.
Bring
Get
her.
it together.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Treat her.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome. But beautiful work there, Adam. Great stuff.
Honey, I was thinking for your 50th birthday, we take a trip to the romantic city of Milwaukee.
You've seen it in that show with Laverne and Shirley. Fantastic. Brendan has continued his work on the Custodes army that he, as part of Team Handsome, taking for the 40K team tournament at Adepticon.
Nice.
Looking really good. Nice work, Brendan. I'm loving the even though the Shadow Keepers, I think, is the particular group of Custodes with the black armor, throwing in the little blue pops.
Yeah, I like that.
Here and there. Really helping. Adding that extra depth to it. But yeah, looking great.
Yeah.
Nice work, Brendan. Excellent.
I do like the teal.
Keep it up. You've only got 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Plenty of time.
Yep, plenty of time.
He's painting custodes. He's probably painting fewer custodes than I'm painting Space Marines.
It's true. He is.
It's like, oh, I got to get these 7 custodes ready for this 2,000-point game.
Yeah. Absolutely. But yeah, Chris Kemming doing some more work on his Imperial Fist. That he said this is his final miniature that he's painting up for Adepticon.
Yeah, this is going to be his apothecary that's going with his sword brethren, I believe. And he had the same idea I did, which is like the sword brethren are a unit that wants to get stuck in, and this guy's running around with them with like a bolt pistol. And I was like, you should give him something cool to hit people with. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
He and I are teamed up in the doubles tournament. So,
nice. Yeah, I love the work on the sword there. That even though it's a little bit more dinged up than Rodolphus's sword we saw earlier, does have that nice sheen to it. But yeah, beautiful work there, Chris.
Yeah,
Paul's taking off. Thanks for joining us, Paul.
Good night, mate.
Paul, have a good one.
See you soon. Cheers, Paul.
Thanks for all the awesome sculpts.
Yeah, thanks for all the fish.
Yep. Awesome. Looking great there, Chris. Nice one. Next up, Dave Hummel. Dave's been messing around with the Saturnine Praetor. And he's doing he's working on like a Tiberius of the Red Wake.
Dude, I love the idea of using this as a Tiberos. Like I'm not gonna lie, I'm very tempted to make a Tiberos now.
Yeah. I mean, when I saw it as well, I was like, hey,
I'm like, I have all these parts. I have plenty of that. All of the lightning claws, the chain bayonets, and the regular bayonets. Yep. You get like 1 million of those on every single box. You get one of those like accessory sprues. Yep. And I was like, I could just make a guy out of lightning claws. Like there's so many of them. So
yeah, absolutely. But Dave is doing this for his Shadow Hawks chapter.
Yeah.
So, hence the wings as well. But yeah, looking forward to seeing this guy converted, Dave. He's looking great.
Nice.
Excellent ideas there.
That's rad.
And Josh Sawyer says, as a Carcharodon's player of this 5th edition, I love that idea.
Josh, did you see the dice bag that Trevor's doing? He's doing a Carcharodon's one on his page. It's rad. Like I was like, oh man.
Excellent. Next up, Dave Powell's.
Oh.
We mentioned before all of the orcs from Mork's Miniatures, Mark Rayleigh's minis.
Yeah, these are awesome.
Yeah, they look ace.
Yep, looking great.
And when are you playing that game, guys?
Oh God.
Is that Friday?
On my calendar here, so I think it's Friday.
I remember Friday night.
It is, yeah, Friday from 7 to 11.
Cool. Yeah, I'm a huge Old Hammer fan, so this gets me right in the feels. So yeah, I'm gonna check that out. So
yeah, absolutely.
He wanted to like scale everything up. So the idea is that these are slightly bigger than the original Rogue Trader Marines, than the original Rogue Trader Orcs, and then I built all the new guys out of the new Horus Heresy stuff, which is slightly upscaled, but it's the right thing. It's Mark 6, so like it'll look cool.
Yeah, I think
all we need now is a tube of speed stick, and we can make a speeder out of it.
I think these are all on 28 mil bases. So, but yeah, looking good.
Yeah, these are awesome.
Beautiful work there, Dave. Cool thing. I posted this last night or this morning. I can't remember which.
I think it was this morning. Dave's making some new resin tables.
So part of the tables that I'm doing for Factory Fortress, I did a resin pour last night. I have done some resin pours before, but only with people like Jason Buyaki and Jake Landis around to correct me. And so I knew that I've watched enough resin pours being done on things like Zorp and Squidmar and those channels to know that chances are something was going to go wrong. And thankfully, very quickly, I realized that something was going wrong. Fortunately, though, it wasn't horrendously wrong. I've been able to do a second pour of the one that went wrong. This one, nothing went wrong with this one. This one was just the way I wanted it. So
that looks ace, and I love. I saw some comments on the socials earlier. I mean, yeah, that color variation you got with those tufts is it looks spot on. It's fantastic. Right. So,
yeah, that was as I mentioned to Joey Maguire. It's probably like 6 or 7 different.
Different manufacturers. Half of which probably aren't even making them anymore, so it's just part of your stash.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I'll have to check it, but there's definitely some fun stuff in there.
Josh, to answer your question, yes, this is one of several tables that will be there.
Yep, they'll be at the what do you call it?
The Trench Crusade booth.
Trench Crusade booth. Yeah. But I've been working on that, and I painted up another 12, almost 15 guys for that.
Of course you did,
including some more Prussians.
Oh, they look awesome in that yellow. They look great.
Yeah. Again, those are from the John Blanche sets. So
yeah,
all good. Next up, Fabrice.
Oh,
very cool.
It's cool. I guess that's like an ambulance.
Yeah, so like in Shadowrun, this would be called the dock wagon. It's basically a floating ambulance with a response team that will literally pull you out of combat. That's why they're like all combat medics. So the idea is they drop in, grab you because you have like insurance that you're paying for, and then they like
they snatch you out and sort of kill anybody who's trying to kill you.
100%, yeah, and then you get billed for it.
Right? Yeah, of course. Awesome. But yeah, it looks great, Fabrice. Really nice. Awesome. Heresy's joined us in the chat.
Excellent. Nice. Oh, he says that your table. It's not a table. It's a holiday snapshot from a visit to the Shire.
Probably after the
scouring. I mean, it's pretty,
just before they. So when
it's when Sharky's there.
Well, Sharky's there. Yeah. It's garbage everywhere, and some kind of dirty.
Yeah, it's got that kind of feel. Excellent. Next up, Luis. Louise painted up this cool Space Marine duck from Mike Cousins at Epic Duck Studios. I think I've might have mentioned it on the show before. Somebody's painted one or two of Mike's ducks before, but he's been at Epic Duck Studios for a long time. When he started doing some sculpting, he was messing around with some terrain and other little bits and pieces, and he decided to do a mascot duck for his studio, Epic Duck Studios. And they made another one and another one and another one. And then somebody from the Jeep community found them. Maybe somebody who was into 40K and Jeeps. And apparently it's a big thing in the Jeep community to have a whole bunch of like rubber duckies lined up on your dashboard. So he now has a large audience from the Jeep community who previously knew nothing about miniatures. But yeah, Luis decided to paint up one of these for his Raven Guard.
Nice.
Which is cool. Next up, he's working on, I think last week we showed some of the cataphracti that he put together. So this is prep work, getting everything scrubbed down. Not that you really need to do this with plastic, but
it's because of his scale model background. Like this is everything happening in this picture is nothing that I do.
Right, but it's all standard. It's all standard procedure. This is how
I get it.
This is how Louis hobby. This is calm and relaxing for him, so that's all good. Louis also got a bag. Speaking of bags, from Trevor. So this is Armored Wolf.
Dude, his stuff is so good.
Yeah. So I think it was 2 years ago we got our bags for the Tale of Four Gamers.
I'm getting another one, and I'm getting one for Ben.
Yeah. What are you getting? You're getting a Warhound?
I'm getting one for my Warhounds, and then I'm getting a Suns one for Ben.
Right.
Now, are these customs, guys, or does he?
Yeah, they're all custom.
Okay.
Yeah, these are ace.
So with things like the icon here, this has been
hand tooled.
Basically tooled into the leather and painted. You could get at that as like a metal piece. You wanted, instead of it being like a white painted piece, it could be cut out of metal and done in bronze or silver or whatever, however you want it.
And it's real metal, but since I didn't want tetanus, I was like, can you just do all leather for mine?
Yeah, I've got a Death Guard one that matches my Death Guard kind of fly scheme.
Yeah.
But it has little fishing lures sort of stuck in it that look like maggots coming out of some of the pustules.
Oh, man.
Everything. But it's all, again, it all.
Yeah, he does. His work is incredible. He'll be at Adepticon, so we'll introduce you. You'll like.
I think I might need an Iron Hands one or an Admech one. Yeah,
dude, like his stuff is incredible.
Yeah, absolutely, awesome stuff. And then in so Mark Maxey which is the next photo. Here we go.
Good Lord.
Mark only paints at work in his sort of downtime. Paints in his office, and this is his setup. So
that's
he has
awesome.
a palette. He's got a limited number of brushes. So it's a putty that he does his putty work with, a couple of tools, kind of thing, and a cardboard box with, I don't know, maybe 20 paints in it.
Yeah. I used to work with a guy for GW in the UK, Stu McCorkadale. He's Great Escape Games now, but he always used to blow me away because we worked as reps, so we traveled a lot. And he had this amazing travel hobby kit that he took around everywhere, like wherever we were, like he'd have this kit, it would travel everywhere with him.
Right.
So, yeah, that's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah. And in that post, Luis posted his.
That's the first photo? Yeah, that's his
setup. So, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome.
So definitely cool.
And an impressive pile of shame on the right hand side there as well.
Yeah,
in the Amazon boxes.
Sorry, sure. Pile of potential. So yeah.
Excellent. But yes, we've got Mark's there. Looking forward to seeing Mark at Adepticon. Sean Gleason. Sean's painted up another beast from Man of War.
Oh wow, yeah.
Which looks really cool. We had two last week.
Good to see that out of the several 100,000 copies of Manowar that GW printed, and out of the tens of thousands that they sold, that someone is still using and playing this game.
No, we're talking Man of War, not Dreadfleet.
Oh, all right. Sorry, very similar.
Yep. And Sean did mention last week that he hand sculpted those bases. As
Nice.
Well. A little waves.
Yeah, it looks ace.
Thanks. Yep. Nice work, Sean. Looking good. Next up, Stephen Green.
Classic Grey Knight.
Yep. Stephen's been doing a lot of work on his Cathay for Warhammer the Old World. We've shown those in some previous weeks. This one, he said that he's just taking a quick break from all the rank and flank minis. Paint up a Grey Knight. But
this will be the next army that gets redone after 11th edition. This army's getting a full reboot. So
you think so?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's a guy in, I think he's in the UK, and he's really good about being on time with stuff. And you can usually tell, like, I don't know if he just gets a notice from somebody or what, but like he's very notorious about like when he'll take down certain stuff. And some of the stuff on the GW website, all the Grey Knight stuff is basically marked as like temporarily out of stock or out of stock online or whatever. And then he's taken down all of his Grey Knight content. And I'm like, yep. So they're in the pipeline. Like, I don't know how quickly we'll get them, but they're going to be one of the next couple armies we get. So,
yeah. Excellent.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And next up, Stephen Ryder. So this is an old.
I believe that is set.
Is it from War Gods?
No, it's not from War Gods. It is from. I can't remember. He did post it.
If only we had a whole bunch of hobbyists in the chat that could help us.
Somebody will know what this is from.
All right, I'm just going to scroll back and find it in the group.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't that far back. Maybe it was. Where is it? There we go. So it was sculpted by Bob Ollie. From it's a Reaper Miniatures.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah, Bob Ollie. And deployed as Anubis himself in games.
Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, yeah. Set usually has the little squared off ears.
Yeah. But looking very cool there. And he's going to be donating this to a charity auction for the inaugural Concoction, a tabletop gaming gathering convention. So we'll no doubt find out more about that as it gets closer. And Stephen also posted. Here we go. Some centaurs.
Some old school centaurs. I had that one on the right
with the staff and the.
Yeah, I had that guy.
Yeah,
those are all Raul Partha.
Yeah, so they look very cool. Nice work there, Stephen.
Old school.
Great. And I think that is it for the week. We have. I think you've already mentioned it before. No, sorry. Here's some close-ups. Some close-ups there. And next week on the show, we've got Casey and Brent from Goblin Hobbies.
Yeah, that'll be a good time.
So yeah, we're definitely looking forward to that. Having a chat, we'll talk about different things that they're doing for Goblin Hobbies, and we'll have to talk about the stamp sets that they did.
Yeah, they're super cool.
That they introduced last year, and yeah, let's have a good old chat and nada before Adepticon. We're excited about that.
Look at that. We're on time for a change. It's just about 9 o'clock. We're wrapping up here.
You guys are like a well-oiled machine.
Not usually.
Some say a greased pig, but sure.
Yeah.
Well, let's go well-oiled machine.
One of those two.
Awesome. Yeah.
Go ahead. Have you got anything else or?
No, I was just going to say, don't forget, if you're still with us, head down, click like, subscribe, hit the bell, all that sort of stuff. Head along, check out all of the John Blanche on Garde socials. We'll, of course, be making an announcement when the Vanguard Kickstarter goes live.
Yeah, it won't be long, guys. Won't be long.
So excited about that. And then I think that's it.
All right.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you so much for having me on tonight, guys. It's been a blast. Obviously, it's always a good time talking to you two, but yeah, great to interact with everybody as well. Thanks for listening to us ramble. And yeah, if you see me at Adepticon, by all means, say hi.
No.
Right on.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thanks everybody for posting stuff in the chat. Obviously, if you guys have any other comments, you can post them below. We'll try to go back and answer some of the comments if we have to. You can also message us on Facebook if you have any questions. I'm sure we can get Nigel to answer them as well.
Of course.
All of the comments, like Dave said, all of their links are below, so you can keep caught up on stuff and be aware of what's happening and when everything goes live. Make sure you back it when it goes live. Everybody loves Blanche's stuff, and obviously having a bunch of giant models are just going to be rad. I definitely want that. I definitely want that Highwayman guy. That guy's gonna be cool. Huge thanks to Nigel. Thank you for taking some time to hang out with us again, man. It was great seeing you. We're gonna hang out in a couple weeks in person.
Yes,
all three of us will be at Adepticon. We will see everybody next week. And as always, do not forget to build, paint, play.
Shut up and sit down.